Okay, video diary number 5. And if I seem tired or have red eyes, because I haven't gotten much sleep lately, and I'm still wearing the same clothes for the past 2 days. This video diary is about accommodations. I'll explain the comments beginning near the end. We've run the gamut of accommodations here. Starting from the top and away, in Rockingham, we stayed at a place that was a restored Victorian 2-story lodging. That the room was probably one of the biggest I've ever been in. The bed was huge, 4-post thing with canopy, giant spa tub, really huge curved couch in it, desk, lovely armoire, all wood furniture, huge double hung windows that worked very nicely, great big wooden door, stereo, all sorts of nice things about it, really comfortable. And a great Victorian breakfast in the morning. That was included, and free Wi-Fi, probably the best Wi-Fi we've had so far. Then another time we stayed in Maryville, we stayed at a very run-of-the-mill hotel room. You wouldn't think it was anything different from what you'd find like at a Motel 6, other than the plugs were different. You thought you were in the U.S. It was clean enough. It was $115. By the way, I should mention the fancy place we stayed at, the spa room, was on sale midweek kind of deal for $125. So the price range is sort of all over the board. We've stayed at a motor lodge, and that was quite nice and comfortable. Had a little kitchenette and it was very charming. That was $99. And then last night we stayed at one of these places that's above a pub. So these are very old buildings, probably built from the 1900s through probably darn well through the 1940s. They might even be into the 1800s, some of these. We stayed at the Carolee, and the pub downstairs, each town has at least one of these, and the town we drove through last night, because we drove a long time into the night, and it was quite late, it had many hotels, and it had many of these pubs with accommodations. This is the only one we could find that was open and had open rooms, and so we wound up staying there, even though it looked pretty dumpy from the outside. So I have some video of that. All I can say is that if you change the lighting a bit, it would be right out of a survival horror video game. It was quiet enough, but you didn't really want to think too much about the cleanliness or anything like that. Interesting, I think, is how it's been described. Yeah, so we got in late, didn't sleep very well, giant mosquito, or who knows how big it was, but it certainly made a lot of buzzing, keep me awake. No air conditioner, only one plug in the room, the bathroom, toilets down the hall. I did take a shower this morning. So yeah, with that, didn't get much sleep, and we just traveling really light, so I didn't actually change clothes or brush teeth or comb hair or anything like that. Any other thoughts on the Carolee? I think you had a little harder time with it than I did.
Yeah, I just have higher cleanliness standards.
Oh, I should mention that the Carolee was way overpriced at 65 pounds.
Way, not pounds, dollars. Australian dollars.
65 Australian dollars, and
65 pounds, I'd want my money back.
Yeah, well, still way overpriced at that. I think there are better rooms. What was very strange is the woman, she could barely, I think she had only maybe let the room, the accommodation once before. She was looking at the book. It took her forever to figure out what was open and what was available. And then she hands me this sheet of paper and says that there's there's a whole bunch of fucking crap you have to fill out on here, and I look at the paper and I'm just tired and overwhelmed, and she has no interest in it. And then she says, she asked me when we're going to be leaving. I said we're leaving by 10, which is usual checkout time. And she said, fine, as long as you don't promise not to trash the room and leave by 10. Great. So we skipped the paperwork, the fucking paperwork, which was way a bunch of shit. We need like a credit card and a bunch of other crap. So, yeah, so then I just gave her the $65. She gave me the key, and the deal was done. So, I guess it was better than sleeping in the car. Alright. Signing off on Accommodations.